All right, bang, bang. How about that? Monday morning quarterback in review. What a shit show. Sunday was what we call a shit show. From Cam Scam Newton, who my boy Price was on, and I have got to rip him into shreds because as you're going to see, I'm going to show you some of our picks on the quick access. So if you're not a premium member to DFS Dads, I would highly suggest you do it. Use code RC. Get some money off, join the community, join our Slack where we'll be going over all the top plays. And our cash core was once again money. Everybody that everyone played cash, they won our GPP plays. Some were hits like a Derrick Henry, but we also had Johnson, the Pittsburgh wide receiver who got hurt. Last week we had Julio got hurt. So the last 2 weeks our GPPs, we've had someone get hurt and just one or two duds there. So even though winning $13,000 2 weeks ago, winning $3,000 in golf that last week, and then this week coming really close to cashing, no can do. But all the subs who played the cash made some money. So if you're not part of DFSstats.com, check us out. Appreciate it. If you don't want to do that, take the first step. Follow us on Twitter or Facebook, the same handle, the DFS Dads. So. Well, yesterday, Cam Newton just absolutely destroyed us. Johnson, the Pittsburgh receiver, destroyed us. Some of the big hits, though. Derrick Henry. Last week, he was in an opportunity to completely smash, and he was a complete dud. That's what's going to happen. DFS is about process over results. If you have a good process, eventually the results are going to come. And you might take a flyer like an Isabella this last week. One of the subs was like all about Isabella. I'm like, he could go off, but you could pick a number of guys that could go off. Doesn't mean necessarily he is the absolute best play. It's all about the process. But let's get into it. I'm going to show you on the little back end here, back end of DFSdads.com, and let's check out the picks. All right, the cash core that we had last week. Kyler Murray, smash. He could have done it a little bit better. He was still a really good play in the cash. Derrick Henry, like I said, he was a dud last week in a smash spot. He was in another smash spot, and what do you know? He had 2 touchdowns in a matter of like five real-time minutes. It was pretty fun to watch. Amari Cooper did pretty good. I think he ended up getting hurt in the second half, so he had like 16 points at halftime. Didn't really do anything in the second half, which is unfortunate, but 16 points is not going to kill you. Johnson, he's been in a good spot, been getting a ton of targets. He ended up getting hurt. It would have been nice on the double move, Big Ben right before he got hurt, try to hit him. If they would have hit that play, even if him getting hurt, it still would have paid off. Singletary did good things. Between Singletary and McKinnon, both 4,900 last week. I love both those plays. I played them both in a lot of lineups. They didn't completely smash, but they did what they were supposed to. Singletary, this man, he could have had easily three touchdowns, but it didn't work out. He still paid off though. This cash score paid off. All right. So let's go check out if you don't know, this is me right here. This is my GPP picks. Russell Wilson and Derrick Henry. We should just stop there, right? DK Metcalf, he just destroyed me. Why? Lockett was the play, right? And if you see my boys, they picked Lockett as well. Both of them did for their wide receivers. And I picked DK. You could have honestly played both. They both smashed. If DK Metcalf did not try to showboat at the 1 yard line, he still would have had optimal fantasy points to where it didn't hurt you not to have Lockett. But since he showboated there, just short of the goal line. Miles Sanders was the chalk of the week, and he did disappoint. He still got some points, but he definitely fell short. But look, all these picks were good. Our cash score was really good. Beside Johnson, you can't do anything by injuries, right? So maybe if you play like Galladay last week with his hamstring, or Will Fuller, who's always hurt, or Connor did really good last week, but he's been hurt so often that it's very risky to play those guys. But Johnson, there's no sign of him going to be able to be hurt. So overall, we had a pretty good week. I know me and the other dads, like Price and Dustin, we didn't put it all together for GPPs. We were able to get some of our money back. Played a lot of GPPs this week. $1,200 worth. price at like $2,500. So we were able to get a portion of that back. But the cash core hit, and that's the portion that we got back. But we played heavy GPPs this last week, and just it is what it is. But that's kind of the review of last week. And that's DFS. It's all about the process. You want to join the community? Check us out, dfsdads.com/join. Let's check it out. /join. This is where you're gonna go. Check us out for a week, for a month. We got a lot of stuff. PGA as well is coming up. We'll see y'all in the fantasy football golf world. Here you go. Here's the membership options. $10 a week, man. $35 a month. We're here to make you some money. Let's go make some money. Come check us out. Use code RC. See you on the other side.